Welcome to Western Perspective. My name's Madeline Lombardi. WAMN News spoke with political journalist Peter Kennedy about Libby Medham's plans as the new Liberal leader of Western Australia. Mr Kennedy says she spoke well at a recent press conference and scored her a 7 out of 10 for her delivery, performance and aspirations moving forward.
Look, it was very important that Nick Goiran stepped down as the Parliamentary Secretary of the Liberal Party. Libby Medham had insisted that be the case. He hesitated earlier in the week, but she persisted, and it was very important that she win the day, because if she hadn't won the day, then her seeking and gaining the leadership would have been absolutely worthless.
The press conference was a bit fiery. There were a lot of journalists asking questions. What do you have to comment on Libby Medham's performance when asking those questions and not kind of delivering the responses that were asked?
Well, she came across very firmly, I think, but also the point she made, while she was being criticised or questioned about the Parliamentary Liberal Party, she threw it back on the government and questioned the performance of several ministers, and also questioned the issues that uppermost in West Australians' minds. You know, things like law and order and the hospital situation, cost of living, cost of power, those sorts of things. So in that sense, she, as far as the Liberal Party was concerned, she got what she wanted from within the party room. That was for Nick Goiran to step down as the Secretary of the party. And then, as well as that, Steve Martin is the new Secretary of the party. She's obviously very happy to have Steve Martin MLC as the new Secretary. But look, the important thing for her is that it's the perception. The perception was that the Liberal Party was being run by this group called the Clan. There were the power brokers, there was Peter Collier, Nick Goiran, and before that Matthias Cormann. It was very important for her to take it on and emerge the winner. She got an apology from Peter Collier. Nick Goiran has stepped down as a Parliamentary Secretary after hesitating on Tuesday, but she persisted and got what she wanted. So I think from her and the perception of her as a leader, that's a good start for her, as she seemed to be. She came across strong, and she came across clear in what she wanted. And the Liberal Party desperately needs something like that. As
you were saying as well, I did notice that in her speech she was commenting on poor hospital, services that the McGowan government is offering, stuff to do with social housing as well, and wanting to fix that within the Liberal Party. What was your comment on that and her kind of take on, delivering that?
Well, as far as the Liberal Party is concerned, she's got to lead it and reorganise it, and get the Liberal Party as a united force behind her to rebuild it. I mean, the Liberal Party stocks in Western Australia have never been lower than they are now. The last election result was a disaster. The federal election result was appalling. And the party has done virtually nothing about sort of lifting its game. So this is the first sign of a reorganisation under new leadership, and to give it fresh energy, a fresh image, and to take it up to the government. And a couple of times in that news conference, she did take it up to the government, pointing out those areas where the government is wanting. And I would expect she will be doing more of that, and the Liberal Party team will be doing more of that over the coming months.
Do you project that she'll do a better job than David Honey in terms of lifting up the Liberal Party?
Well, look, it's a team issue, and I would expect that the Liberal Party would work more strongly as a team. In the last 2 years in opposition, she has been an effective spokesperson on behalf of the Liberal Party, but she's had help, I know that, and she chaired that sexual assault inquiry into the mining sector, which gave her a high profile. And so all those have helped in the projection of her as the future leader of the Liberal Party. But the challenge for her is to keep it going. That's the big challenge for her and the Liberal Party.
How many points would you give Libby Medham on the press conference?
I'd give her 7 out of 10. I think she number one, she emerged a winner from the party room meeting. Number two, she looked at weaknesses in the government and also ministers that she considered to be weak, and turned things back on the government. So as far as that's concerned, I'd rate her 7 out of 10.
And you can read Peter Kennedy's analysis and other premium stories of the week by subscribing to WAMN Extra News Club, supporting independent journalism and keeping democracy strong. And now here's Leo Puglisi with what's coming up on 6 News tonight.
Thanks, guys. On 6 News, the US shoots down a Chinese spy balloon over the Atlantic Ocean. Anthony Albanese says critics of the Voice to Parliament are trying to start a culture war. And One Nation, one of almost a dozen parties set to be deregistered in WA within days. Watch live right now on our YouTube channel. Just search 6 News AU to find us, or on our website, 6newsau.com. For now, though, guys, it is back to you.
Thanks, Leo. Before we go, a brief weather update. It's been very hot this weekend as the temperature in Perth reached almost 40 degrees on Saturday. The good news is the mercury will fall and as a result will reach 33 degrees on Monday, 32 on Tuesday, 29 on Wednesday, 31 on Thursday and 29 again on Friday. Overnight temperatures will hover between 17 to 20 degrees, and that's all from Western Perspective this weekend. I'll be back with you next Sunday. Until then, Ivan and Melly, it's back to you.
Thanks, Maddie. And that's our weekly news and current affairs. We have the latest news on our website, wamnews.com.au.
Don't forget to subscribe to the WAMN Extra News Club so we can continue our work in the community. Full details on wamnews.com.au/news/extra. From Melly and myself, we wish you good health, good night. See you next Sunday.
Thanks for watching.